The full season 14 patch notes are finally out, and today we're going to be discussing all of the changes that we have coming in season 14. Some rather big ones that I was not expecting, and one of the things that we finally get that we've been asking for quite some time. All of that and much more, so make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new as always. By the way, the special guest should be in tomorrow's video. I had to wait for the patch notes to come out, if that gives you any type of hint of who it might be. So now that they're finally out, she should be on the show tomorrow. Take your guesses down in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So there's quite a few things to note here. Number one, this big new feature that we were hoping to get, it looks like they did reveal it today, and although I will say it is pretty cool, it's nowhere near as big as we were hoping it would be. This coming from Jordan Rapp saying, really proud to have delivered this feature with Justin for Apex season 14. Justin did the UI work and I did the technical implementation under the hood. Hope all of our players have more fun and flexibility completing the battle pass this season, playing the game the way they want to. So this is the new battle pass look here. It says you can complete it your way. So here are some of the challenges here, and as you can see on the left side, there's a battle royale challenge. So like deal 7,500 damage with assault rifles, pretty standard challenge, nothing out of the ordinary. But on the right side it says, or instead of that challenge, you can complete this challenge, and that is a non-battle royale challenge. So some of these are pretty standard. You think, okay, I can deal 1,500 damage with assault rifles in this mode, that mode, whatever. But at the very bottom, you'll notice things that say like get a top 5 finish 10 times, but there is no top 5 finishes in control mode or top 5 finishes in arenas mode. So what does that indicate? Maybe there's actually some new game modes coming this season. Now we did know that Gaming Merchant said there would be one LTM in the middle of the season, but this kind of sounds like it's going to be a non-battle royale game mode at the beginning of the season. I'm not really sure, but regardless, I do really like this battle pass redesign. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a good rework, and I'm glad that they did implement it. I do kind of think maybe it was a little bit overhyped. This is coming from the gaming bot down. He said it's a solid and a good change, but is this feature what you were really hyping up so much? I thought it was going to be something huge. And although I do agree, I do think it's partially our fault. I mean, we take stuff like this and hear new feature and we just make news videos like, oh dude, this new feature is going to be huge, I can't wait. And to be all honest with you, it's always kind of small stuff like this. So at the end of the day, maybe it's just our fault for expecting too much, but nonetheless, a really good feature that I am happy about. Speaking of the battle pass, in case you missed the battle pass trailer today, here's a lot of the skins that you'll be seeing in this battle pass this year, as this is the trailer that came out earlier this morning. So as I go over the patch notes, you know, take a look and see if there's any skins that you can't wait for. Let me know down in the comments if there's any specific one you can't wait to grab. All right, so as we jump into the patch notes, I want to let you know they're pretty long, so just buckle up. But first off, they just show, you know, Vantage abilities. We kind of already know everything there, but I want to jump into the Kings Canyon Reforged update. They said in season 5, Skull Town and Thunderdome were sunk by a massive explosion caused by Loba. Now that salvage operation is complete, the Syndicate has rebuilt the area for Apex games. Dredging machines have refilled the space with sand in the ocean floor, and a new battleground has been rebuilt with the iconic skull as its centerpiece. And so basically they give a full breakdown of the Kings Canyon map. We've kind of already gone over these with a little mini patch notes that they released before. They also say the level cap increase. Players can now level past 500 through 3 additional tiers, so basically prestiges here of 500, bringing the level maximum to technically like 2,000, I guess. They said this increased 345 additional Apex packs that you can now earn, so it's guaranteeing you an heirloom here. The total of number of Apex packs earnable now via account leveling is 544. They also throw in the battle pass changes that we've already mentioned at the very beginning of the video, and then here are the patch notes for the season 13 ranked results. They said for split 1 season 13, we have the following max tier distribution among players who played more than 10 hours of ranked versus season 12 split 1. So for this season, it was 10% bronze, 28% silver, 44% gold, 14% platinum, 1% diamond, and 0.1% master in Apex Predator. For last season split 1, it was 0% bronze, 4% silver, 25% gold, 39% platinum, 26% diamond, and about 5% master in Apex Predator. So a lot harder to get master in Pred nowadays. Definitely makes a whole lot of sense considering it is supposed to be the highest rank in the game. It said as of August 2nd, 2022, we have the following max tier distribution among players in split 2 who played more than 10 hours of rank versus season 12 split 2. That is being 2% bronze, 15% silver, 41% gold, 32% plat, 8% diamond, and 0.45% master in Apex Predator. That was this current split that we're in season 13. A little bit higher than last split. You can tell these rank changes made a huge difference because you were still looking at about a 4% Apex Predator master rate in split 2 of season 12. Now here are the rank changes for season 14. The entry cost has been added +5 to all rank tiers, so +5 to all entry costs. So I assume the rookie rank actually has an entry fee now. They also said the kill RP, they removed diminishing returns on eliminations. They also said they made no change to rank reset, so resuming ranked reset of 6 divisions. So a very slight change, but unfortunately we didn't see anything about the matchmaking that we were really hoping to see here. They move on for the balance updates though. We got laser sights, a new attachment to replace barrels for SMGs and pistols. Notice it said replace barrels, not added to barrels. So the barrels are just gone now. I'm not entirely sure if they're completely gone from the game or if you can just select between a barrel or a laser sight. I just know you can't have both at the same time for sure. They also said that basically the crate rotation, the G7 Scout returns to the floor, Volt SMG goes to the floor as well, Bow Check Bow enters the crate, Rampage enters the crate, crafting rotation, the Wingman returns to the floor, Car SMG returns to the floor, Devotion enters into the crafter, RE45 plus hammer point combo is in the crafter, Longbow DMR and G7 Scout, Mozambique R99 and Hemlock are now the gold weapons. The SMG base hip fire spread has been increased, so it's a little bit harder to hip fire with the SMGs now. The assault rifles as well, base hip fire spread increased. EVA 8 did get a little bit of a buff. Recoil improvements now take stocks. Wow, that's crazy. Remove one pellet from the blast pattern. They also said that the fire rate increased to 2.3 from 2.0. They also said that the pellet damage increased to 7 from 6. The bolt rate of fire bonuses did get increased. The white still remains the same. The blue though is at a 1.15 versus what it was, but now it's at a 1.2. The purple is now at a 1.3 and it was at a 1.2. The bow also did receive some, nerfs and buffs here. Damage at full draw increased from 70 and it was at 60. The tempo draw speed increased to 0.38 from 0.32. The shatter caps pellet damage increased to 12 from 11. Fire arrows can no longer be collected. So unfortunately now if you shoot your arrows, they're just gone. You can't go back and collect them after you kill a body, or I guess if you shot one in the wall and you want to go pick it up, looks like those days are over. They also said that the arrow spawns have been removed from the floor. Holy crap. So I mean, that's a pretty big nerf there. The Rampage LMG, the damage has been increased to 28 from 26. The Rampage comes with a thermite grenade. Golly, that gun's going to be annoying. The Volt SMG has a damage reduction from 15, or I guess from 17 to 15. The Car SMG no longer takes barrel attachments. The G7 Scout damage has been reduced from 34 or to 34 from 30. I hate the way they worded this. It is now 34. It used to be 36. The headshot multiplier reduced to 1.75 from 2.0. So it's getting a pretty big nerf here. The double tap hop up burst fire delay increased to 0.4 from 0.375. The L-Star increased projectile speed, increased number of shots before overheating at base 24 from 20. They also removed the bright red flash when hitting non-armor targets. For the RE45, they increased the iron sight FOV to 70 to be consistent with other pistols. They also increased the strafe speed 5% to be consistent with other pistols. The Wingman now uses sniper ammo and magazines, and as for the sniper ammo, you have an inventory stack increased to 28 from 24. The sniper ammo boxes now contain 14 rounds instead of 12. The Spitfire recoil adjustments to increase vertical barrel climb. Spitfire now uses light ammo and light magazines. The 30-30 repeater dual loader has now been worked into the base of the 30-30, and it now takes skull piercer rifling. The mass of projectile growth has been reduced. The base fire rate is now 1.1 from 1.2. The dual loader has completely been removed from the Mastiff. The Sentinel also has a Deadeye tempo change where it has been worked into the Sentinel now. A couple hop-up changes here. Adds burst fire mode to the EVA 8 being the double tap. The skull piercer now has a 35% headshot damage increase on the longbow, Wingman, and 30-30 repeater. So golly, that 30-30 is going to be so freaking overpowered this season. Remove the Deadeye tempo and shatter caps from the loot floor, and then also the boosted loader has been reduced to epic quality from legendary. The backpack gold perk we know now has been changed. It now has a new perk called deep pockets. That deep pockets basically gives you a little bit more inventory for batteries, med kits. You can now stack them to 3 in the inventory, and Phoenix kits can now be stacked to 2 if you have that backpack perk. The gold knockdown ship perk has been changed as well. New perk is now called Guardian Angel, previous the backpack perk, and now self revive has been removed from the game. The Arcstar's got a really big nerf, and I'm actually glad to see this one. Reduce stick damage on armor to 10 from 40, so it's no longer going to do that much damage. And also, you're now not going to get slowed down on your aim and turning and whenever you get stuck. It's only going to be when it detonates, and the detonation damage has been increased to 75 from 70, so a little bit of a buff there, but overall I would say that is a nerf. Explosive holds also have been changed here. They added blue attachments to possible spawns, added laser sights to the pool, reduced spawn rate of gold magazines, and then here are a couple of your legend changes. The VTOL jets for Valk is now an acceleration on activation decreased by about 8%. The fuel consumption on activation has been increased by about 33%. The aerial boosting and strafe take 20% debuff when hit by slowing effects. Added a third orange state to the fuel meter UI between green, which is 60%, and red, and 30% there. So missile swarm also has been changed a little bit. The aim / turn slow has been removed for the missile swarm, so if you get hit by it, you're not going to get stunned so bad where you can't turn your screen at all. I actually am glad that they do that. I don't mind getting slowed down. I'm just really sick of not being able to shoot my gun straight. They also say that the move slow duration decreased from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. So, now that when you get stunned and you move slow, you'll just be moving slow at a little bit less of time than normal. So I'm actually pretty glad about about that. They also said they are reducing the explosion radius from 175 to 125. The skyward dive also got a little bit of a nerf here. They said the height reduction is now 25%. They also said the launch time reduced from 5.5 seconds to 5 seconds. Coupled with some height reduction, players in Valk ult now travel upward at a slightly slower speed. Horizon also got some changes here. The black hole adjustments to Newt's hitbox to make destroying it more reliable. Black hole Newt takes 50% more damage from explosives, and Watson also here got some improvements to perimeter security placement system, and I guess it's a little bit of a good thing, but honestly I would have loved to see some more Watson love. They also said that Newcastle got some changes here. This is actually quite a bit. So the retrieve the wounded increased move speed by 25% during the revive, reduce turn slow while reviving by 50%, increase white knockdown shield health from 150 to 200, increase blue knockdown shield health from 250 to 300. The mobile shield has an increased HP of 350 now at 500. The double max movement speed as well for the mobile shield. The castle wall added a turn slow to electrical barrier effects and increased the severity of the slow effect to movement. So I guess if you get stunned by the castle wall now, you're pretty much screwed. So this overall is definitely, I would say, a new castle buff. Mad Maggie as well. The riot drill has been changed. Projectile launch speed has been doubled. The wrecking ball also got some changes here for Mad Maggie. Will travel twice as far while dropping the same amount of magnets. Duration increased from 5 seconds now at 10 seconds. Magnet spawn delay increased from 0.4 to 0.8. The wrecking ball will deal damage to enemy placeable objects, black market, castle walls, exhibit death totem, and so a couple other things. Mobile shield, black hole, amped cover, literally all your abilities that you guys know and love. It will destroy Gibraltar's dome of protection. Mad Maggie getting some love here. That's actually crazy to see. They also fixed the wrecking ball for not blinding and slowing enemies. Rampart also got some changes here. Now ignores the friendly collision on amped cover placement. Placing walls around teammates will feel more smooth now. Caustic also got some fixed gas ramping bug when there's transitioning from friendly to enemy gas would initially deal damage for more than intended. Mirage also got some love here. Mirage decoys will now be scanned by Valk when skydiving, and then Mirage decoys will now be picked up by Seer's Heartbeat Seeker, and fixed the bug where Mirage decoys were picked up by Seer's exhibit as AI and not players. So I mean, I guess this is a little bit of a buff. It's really not that big of a deal, but I guess it will throw off a little bit more people than normal. The Revenant Death Totem has been changed a little bit. Will now show a placement preview when activated instead of placing immediately. So that's actually good to see. Gosh, I hated playing Revenant when I would accidentally fat finger it, or you couldn't actually place it where you wanted to, or you place it on a rock and then it got glitched out. Now you can actually see where you're going to place it before you want to place it. That is a huge move. I'm so glad they did that. The crafting update also got some changes here. Team use harvesters when any player interacts with materials harvester. All players in their team will be given the materials. That's freaking huge. Removed shatter rounds from crafting, removed hammer points from the base crafting, and added to the RE45 weapon craft. Heavy energy and sniper mags price has been increased to 35 from 25. I almost said that backwards again because I hate the way they word this. Laser sight added to crafting, now 25 materials. Stock and barrel price has been reduced to 25 from 35. Added the skull piercer rifling to the crafting, and added the double tap trigger to crafting. Added the kinetic feeder hop up to crafting as well, and increased shotgun bolt price to 30 from 25. Reduced the price of the 2 to 4 ACOG. It was at 35, now at 30. The maps also, they say, will be rotating public matches during Hunted or Kings Canyon, World's Edge, and Storm Point. So unfortunately, no Olympus on the public matches. They also said all the battle royale maps here, replicators and crafting materials have been placed and rebalanced across the map. Ring adjustments here. Ring 1 damage increased from 2 to 3 HP tick, equivalent to ring 2. So that's actually a little bit more scary. I guess you got to start thinking about now when it comes to rotations. They also say ring 1 pre-shrink time decreased from 180 seconds to 60 seconds. And ring 1 close time, you can see right here on Kings Canyon, it's been upped a little bit. World's Edge has been upped a little bit. Storm Point all across the board, it's been up slightly. World's Edge also got some changes here, saying remove some frustrating final rings at staging that were causing heal offs. They also said Fragment East loot buffed, now from low tier to medium tier. Added OOB to West Rocks at Lava Siphon. Some quality of life changes they made here were new mode / map name UI element on load screen and start flow. They also said winning and champion tags are now added to the scoreboard. Added ability to use tap interact prompts whenever they conflict with hold. So that's huge for controller players. That should mean that you can, reload your guns now whenever you're near a knocked teammate or don't want to open a door. So at least you'll be able to actually, configure that now. That's actually really big. I'm glad to see. They added a flourish to the crafting materials in the top right of the HUD when they increase. They added a flourish to the items when they become craftable while in the crafting station UI. They added accessibility switch from turning on and off the text to speech. And when dropping from the dropship, the location the POI player lands is now now displayed. And lastly, they have some bug fixes here, and there are quite a bit. I'll run through these really quickly. Hopefully some of the bugs that we've been looking for have been fixed and changed. Hipfire reticles now change size based on the FOV. They fixed bug where canceling a lifeline revive would cancel it for other teammates also being revived by lifeline. They also fixed a bug where players could not deal melee damage to caustic barrels or octane jump pads. They have a fix for issue where the buy menu would close each time a teammate completes a purchase and or closes the buy menu. Crypto ultimate now destroys Watson pylons. Fix for issue where crypto heirloom animation audio would play globally when using a survey beacon. Fix for an issue where players could sometimes get stuck while crouched between replicators and black market after crafting. Fix a bug where players could not unlock fully kitted badge. Fix an issue where legends losing functionality like meleeing, using an ability, etc. while mantling. Fixed a bug where players could not switch ammo types for car SMG. Newcastle has a fix for an issue where Newcastle would get stuck in their ultimate animation while riding a zip line. Newcastle fix also has a bug here. Throwables placed on a mobile shield would start floating after the mobile shield disappears. Newcastle also has a fix where players wouldn't take damage from ordnance and activate caustic barrels when positioned between tactical shield and its drone. Newcastle also has a fix for a bug where throwable abilities placed on the mobile shield would float away after the mobile shield disappears. They also have a fix for Wraith here, where a bug where Wraith would still take damage in the ring while phasing. They also have a fix where a reload bug for the Mastiff and 3030 repeater when players could not ADS until reloading animation was finished. They also had a bug where Crypto's melee animations wouldn't show his heirloom while in third person. Vending machines in Big Mod now have buyer protection. Fix an issue where causing some players to stutter and frame rate spikes on consoles, especially the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S. They also have a fix for a bug where the dropship would sometimes spawn players outside of the ship, and fix where a bug where heat shields would disappear when placed under a respawn beacon or mobile respawn beacon when the respawn beacons were used. They fixed a bug where Pathfinder zipline would be destroyed if it was placed on top of a respawn beacon and then the respawn beacon was used. They also fixed a bug where the heat shield could disappear when set under a respawn beacon and then it is activated. Fix for a bug also lastly here where the Mirage decoys would not show up on a scan for a few legends. So there you have it. Those are your entire season 14 patch notes there for season hunted. I'm pretty excited, and I'm actually really glad to see that new season 14 battle pass rework. So let me know down in the comments which changes in the patch notes that you are most excited for, and I'm definitely interested to see how you guys feel about this new battle pass redesign. Let me know down in the comment section below. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as always. It's Vibrant Eye, only positivity, and until the next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later, Gators.